Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity studio. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Anthony Gargano Show. That's right. From the Xfinity studios. Brought to you by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Well, good news last night from your baseball team. Fightins. After the damper, the bummer, that was the weekend with Wheels and the whole thing with Zack Wheeler. Well, last night, good sign. Ranger pitched his best game since beginning of the season. He was, that's a great lineup. It's my man right there doing our cleanup. He's the best. It's a great Seattle lineup. He was terrific. 6 2/3, 4 hits, just the 2 runs, the home run, and then 10 strikeouts, no walks. 10 strikeouts, no walks. That was a great outing. And listen, the bats came alive. And for Red October to be salvaged, they're going to have to hit, right? Like, they're going to have to hit. Last night, Trea Turner, he's had a great year. He really has. And Turner last night was awesome. 4 for 6. Had the home run, 5 ribbies. Bryce went yard. JT went yard. Man, Marsh, Castellanos, Kepler, Stott, Schwarber, 2 hits apiece, all of them. And that's the recipe, right? The recipe is you got staked to a big league. Ranger was terrific. I know the bullpen gave up some runs. And if we never see Jordan Romano again, then so be it. I can't even give him the proper Romano. Like, you stinko, all right? Out. Get out. Every time I come to the game, I go, this dude's going to get lit up. Anyway, it didn't matter. They put up a ton of runs. Good win, especially after the news of the weekend. So we'll talk some fightings. Jimmy Stakes is going to join us coming up in about 15 minutes. We'll get to Jim Salisbury about what's next. Like, how did the Phillies pick up the pieces without Zack Wheeler for this playoff run? And I got a call yesterday. I'm still in like a network of media reporters, football reporters around the NFL. So dude that I know, national guy, calls me up and goes, "You worried about your squad?" I go, "The Eagles?" He goes, "Yeah, a lot of holes on that team." And I go, "No, I'm not worried." And he goes, and it was funny. It was last night. And so it was after, Daniels came out, first drive, looked really good, the whole 9. He's like, "I don't know." He goes, I don't think the Eagles, I think your Eagles are in for a little bit of a tumble. And I'm like, I don't see it. Now, again, I recognize that there's issues at the 1 cornerback spot. Ja'Cory Bennett is going to get more reps there. I think he winds up winning the job over Dory Jackson. We know Kaylee Ringo has been banished from the 1s. So he's done. It's going to be between Bennett and Jackson. I think Bennett gets the nod. He was like, well, their edge group is thin. Are you buying their front? They lost a lot off that front. And, I hit him with the Nolan Smith, and I hit him with the Jalix Hunt and Carter and another year, and, how good Jordan Davis looks. And, but they're thin and they're young. So you're extrapolating a lot. You're extrapolating that Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell are locked, all pro secondary guys. I was like, well, yeah, I believe that. Judging from their play last year, I don't think there's going to be a huge drop-off. If they give you what they gave you last year, that was great football. But we went back and forth, piece by piece, about the team. And, it's funny. when you win a Super Bowl, everybody's gunning for you. Everybody. Even the media is like, well, I don't see it. It's almost like they're tired of the story. And I'm like, well, what's not to like about this team? I mean, they're still going to be really, really good. So I had this 45-minute long debate about the Eagles. So let's kind of be introspective today. Does this guy have a point? I don't think so. I think that they're really good. I don't think that Jaden Daniels has a drop-off. I've been saying it. I think he's great. I just think he's a great quarterback, and he's going to have a good year because he's a great quarterback. I don't know about Washington. I mean, I don't know about their defense. Let's see what happens. I still think the Eagles are by far the best team in the division. What you say, VG?
Everything's gonna be all right. I trust it. I don't even think they're done yet. I think I think an edge comes at some point. We may get a little help at the safety spot. Who knows? I do think.
You think he has a point?
I mean, CB2's a bit of a worry. And Slay only signed a 1-year, $10 million contract. It seems like maybe they miscalculated what they had in the building. I don't know. Seems like CB2 is going to be a discussion all year long. And I'd rather it not be. Last year, we seemed to have the corner locked down. I think that was very beneficial.
But you didn't know that. You didn't know the secondary was locked down because you didn't know that Quinyon would be that good. And you didn't know what Cooper would give you as the slot corner.
Right, but they were like top 1 and 2 draft picks. We don't really have that right now, but we're throwing out at the second cornerback spot.
No, listen, I'm not denying.
So I think that's going to be the topic. I
acknowledge that CB2, is a progress, is a problem. I get it. But my point is, you're going to slide in Jahad Campbell next to Zach Bond. Right?
Yes.
And are they fit on the edge? Yeah. I don't know what Ojulari, Uche are going to give you.
Jalix Hunt.
Right? Like, I have an idea that Hunt will be good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Nolan Smith is legitimate. But I get they're young. I mean, as long as you have Carter that's wreaking havoc.
Tensions yesterday. EJ Smith reporting him and Cam Jurgens going at it, him and Toth going at it.
Yeah, he's We'll talk to EJ a little bit later on about the beast.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the D line as much as I am the second. I mean, it's safety and cornerback right now.
And that was his point. His point is you're not looking at the holes. You're in a Super Bowl glaze.
Maybe, but we earned it. Let us be in our glaze.
But I'm looking at. I'm pretty good at divorcing the emotion and fandom and to look at, objectively how good they are. And while I think that they thinned out, and certainly, I mean, everybody talked about the cornerback spot, the secondary with the safety. I think Makuba's going to be all right. I think
if you think Makuba's going to be okay, then I feel way better.
I think Bennett is a pro. He may not be Slay in his prime, but he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like, will he give up big plays? Yeah, I can see that. But I don't think it's going to be where they're getting, thrashed with big plays. I don't see it. I still think, I believe that Cooper and Quinyon are real. His point was they're second year players. So you can't know that for sure.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I mean, I guess quarterback is a little different. I think you get people's tendencies, but defensive players, second year, is there a drop off, a sophomore slump on the defensive side? That's not something that I really know.
What we saw, I don't see that changing. Quinyon Mitchell was quietly, right?
He looked like a 4-year vet.
Exactly. Was one of the top 5 corners in the league.
Yeah.
I mean,
were they going to find he's got a little hitch? She's got a little hitch if you give him an inside move? Yeah.
I don't see it.
No.
I just don't see it. And I don't know. I mean, Cooper looked great. Like, he's physical, tackles, presence in the middle of the field, great athlete, covers. Like, what's going to happen to Cooper?
Yeah, no, there's not going to be a drop off. This is bizarre.
You got 2 great.
Who is this guy?
You got 2 great linebackers. I don't want to say it.
And Nakobe Dean may be coming
was a
back at some
conversation.
point. I mean, if he comes back, the linebackers are
But if he doesn't,
insane.
I mean, right now, those two guys are studs.
Eagles may have added the second best defensive player in the draft
And
to a Super Bowl
he's
team.
going to help out your pressure because they're going to blitz him.
I mean, it seems like it because he looks.
They're going to blitz him.
I know he's playing against the twos, but he looks super fast out there.
Yeah. So, again, I think they're going to be right. And offensively.
Let me ask you offensively.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about AJ's hamstring yet?
I'm always concerned about a hamstring. We had the doctor from Rothman on last week, and we talked about hamstrings and how they can linger. And, yeah, I am quietly worried about his hamstring because when he's not in the game, they're just a different offense. And Jalen is a different quarterback.
Yeah.
Jalen needs AJ, like, in a big way. He needs him. I don't know if it's a mental thing, safety blanket thing.
He's one of the top 5 receivers
he is,
in football.
but he need like when he was out, even if Devontae's there, I still think he misses AJ. AJ is he's the one guy. He doesn't even do it to Devontae, but he's the one guy that he'll throw it up for him to make a play on it.
Yeah, completely. And he hasn't been on the field yet. We're 18 days now with this hamstring, so I don't know.
And
I'm starting to worry about it.
Listen, there's no reason for him to be on the field. So if I'm looking at it from a scare standpoint, I agree. Like, there's no need to play him.
All right. You know me. I'm an anxiety guy.
You are an anxiety guy. But
I don't feel bad. I have no anxiety about the defense except for
the guy I talked to last
CB2.
night was like, I don't know, Jay. Did you watch that first drive?
Guy's just trolling you.
He's
Trolling you.
And I said, yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Because I watched the game last night. Phillies were up big. I put it on the base on the football game. I wanted to see Daniel's first drive. And, yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, he's great. Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, he's a great player. Are they going to get McLaurin in there? I don't know. Still hasn't happened yet.
Right. I mean, that's a huge loss for that team. If he's not, they got some running back stuff going on. It's just Josh Harris creating a mess down there. That's what he does.
Do I think that they're good? Yeah, I think they're good, but I don't think that there's some great team.
No, and
I don't think that. I think they regressed a little bit in the manner in which they won games. And
almost every NFL person we've had on expects regression. The win total on the Vegas lines would expect the regression. When I'm tired, I don't know what's going on this weekend, but I know it. Greeny, the ESPN crew, they're all Giant up right now.
Oh,
don't sleep on the Giants. Sleeping Giants.
Everybody's all
oh my God.
Jackson Dart.
Yes.
And listen,
Jackson Dart must start. Is that an overreaction? No, that's not an overreaction. That's the topic.
So the kid looks good. I mean, I watched him. It's preseason.
Yeah.
Preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I were them, I would start him. I'm not a Russ guy. I think Russ is cooked.
Yeah.
So if it was up to me, if I was running a team, I would start him. I mean, I think he looks good enough. Hearing about his practice, I think he looks good in practice. I would start the kid and go take my lumps.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they're going to be good. Right. They're going to be a threat.
And I like the coach. I think he's had a hard time up there with a lack of talent. But, yeah, they just get a glimmer of hope, and right away, Giants.
In fairness, like they got a great front. They have a great front on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Their O-line's a little bit better. But, again, they don't strike fear.
Neighbors is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't strike fear.
No, but
Cowboys.
That was my frustration this morning.
Like, they were talking about the Cowboys, too. Like, well, say what you want about the way Jerry runs things. Say what you want about the holdout with Micah. That's going to get done. It's funny. Everybody's so quick to say it's going to get done. All right, well, we're like 16 days away.
Yeah.
All right. Still ain't done. So I don't know. Do I think? I guess. But are they some sleeping giant? I don't see it. I think their run game is horrible.
I agree. I don't even know who the running game is.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruce Cooked and Miles Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got a rookie.
I'm out on them. By the way, I do appreciate your hoodie today. Eddie Wright says, "Cuz wearing his quote, I came to collect this week's VIG special." dude.
Well, it was chilly outside. I put the hoodie on.
Yeah. You're gonna shake people down today.
It's not, I got jeans on, not a sweatsuit.
Envelope in the hand.
This week's big.
Yeah.
So see, always right away.
You got to be on your A game here with this crew.
Wow.
Right,
chat.
man.
The chat.
They're relentless.
They are.
Yes.
They're great. God bless them. And he's got
D Flyers chimes in with a quote: "You got money for Newports, but no money for me, huh?"
Newports. You got money for Newports. Oh my God, the chat rules.
But yeah, I feel I don't have any real worries about our young guys taking a step back or being vulnerable now. I mean, I am more worried about Jaden Daniels.
We're 2 weeks and change from the season, and now all of a sudden, what? There's question about how good the Eagles are. I just don't buy it.
It's because they look so sloppy against the Browns. Obviously, they look terrible against the Browns.
But nobody's playing.
Right. Well, I mean,
They didn't even play Tanner McKee. Right? Like, Tanner McKee was in bubble wrap.
put that in perspective. Joe Burrow's playing, and our second string quarterback's not even playing.
Listen, I agree. Why? He had Burrow in there for over a quarter.
What?
He got smashed.
Dude, if that was in
was a play.
Nick Sirianni would get crushed if that was going on here.
Burrow got smashed.
There's a
You see
couple of
that?
them. Yes, he's running around for his life.
I'm like, why would you play Joe Burrow
Right
in this?
here, this one's great.
Like, look at this.
He gets
This is Joe Burrow.
tossed at the end, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
You imagine Jalen Hurts having this done to him here?
Imagine that. You got 3 commanders fall on top of him.
Right.
Are you out of your mind? Why in the world would you play him?
I had to freeze it at one point. It's like there's 3 of the offensive linemen on the Bengals are facing Joe Burrow. They're completely turned around.
Well, 2 of them are backups.
Right.
Like, it's funny, I watched the game, and even Aikman was like, I don't know about this, man. You know, it's a good thing, Joe. And even at the end, the whole thing was, well, yeah, it was good half, because they went to, what's his face at halftime, Bengals coach. And he goes, good half. You know, everybody got away healthy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're lucky,
Well, what? Like, are you kidding me? You got your quarterback out there? That's incredible.
bro. Yeah. Oh, man. Eddie Ray saying Burrow's running around out there like he's late on Cousins Vig.
So
the Bengals, like, what are they doing, though?
That's
Like, how
crazy.
do you not...
Crazy.
First of all, how do you not get a better defense? But how do you not invest in the offensive line and have one of the best offensive lines when you have Joe Burrow?
I know.
He may go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks with a mid career.
Yeah.
Like no real postseason.
He's a great player, man.
Yeah.
He's a great player. And I don't even know, like, they're talking about trading, you know, obviously now Hendrickson is on the market.
Yeah, what do you think about that? There's some internet ex-Twitter rumors that Eagles have made calls.
Well, the fact, I'm sure Howie has. I'm sure he's made calls.
Would you do a 1 and Nolan Smith?
No.
Too much?
No, I'm not giving up Nolan Smith.
Mhm.
No. And a 1? No.
1 and Jalix?
No.
No?
No.
A 1 and Jalix?
I'm not giving up a 1 and a starter I have. It's a rotation. I'm not doing that. It's fantasy football.
No, but if I can
Like,
add,
you throw around.
I can add Hendrickson and the Carter.
Yeah, but but again, I'm not trading the Hunt.
Yeah.
I need a part of my rotation. The whole point is I'm thin. You want to go
No,
Uche or Ojulari?
Nobody wants them.
Okay, well, I'm with you, but guess what?
You bring in Clowney and you're fine.
I don't need to do that. I don't need to give up a 1 and
Yeah, maybe
one of my starting
maybe
ends.
like a
A
28
young
pick.
starting end. No,
Hmm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. Lots to get to. Jimmy Stakes is going to join us.
Oh, nice.
Good game
Get
last
some
night.
good
You
food
feel
talking with Jimmy Stakes.
You feel good about last night?
Last night was everything was perfect except for Romano.
Yeah.
Romano. I'm not going to pronounce his name incorrectly.
Yeah.
Romano. Everything
Yeah.
was good. That guy should not be on the team today. Alvarado comes back today.
Yeah.
Hoffman will probably get sent down, but really, Romano
Right.
needs to beat it.
DFA.
Yeah, he needs to
DFA.
beat it.
DFA.
Yes.
DFA.
But I mean, it was a perfect game. Rangers now, he's like the guy who gave the Phillies trouble last time with the guile. I mean, he's just throwing curveball. Cutter dude struck his cutter pretty good last night, but his velocity, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. He's like 92,
Listen,
91.
the one thing I take heart is that Logan Gilbert is good.
Really good.
Like, he's a...
Oh, Brain was laughing. I'll take this bet any day. Even
listen,
money, I'll take this any day.
Listen, I thought he was right. I'll be honest with you. I thought he was spot on.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of Brain. I'm just saying, like that's how
they
good he is.
destroyed. I mean,
Everybody
they knocked him out in 2 innings.
Everybody had a hit by the second inning. That's
It's unbelievable.
bizarre.
I mean, it was incredible. 2 innings, they got him for 9 hits and 6 runs. 9 hits.
21 hits total and only 4 strikeouts all night.
Yeah,
4
amazing.
strikeouts all night's nuts in this league with these analytics and the way people are swinging.
Turner 4 hits. Bryce 3 hits. Marsh, Casty, Kepler, Stott, Schwarber, all 2 hits.
Yeah, when you get
That's unbelievable.
if you get 4 of 10 out of Kepler and Stott, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, and that's the recipe, man.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. All right, lots to get to. Stakes is coming up next. And then it's a Baldy Day. We'll visit with EJ Smith. We'll visit with Baldy. We'll get Baldy's opinion on that national reporter I was talking to last night about who has concerns about the birds. We'll talk to EJ, get a report. Lots to do. Anthony Gargano Show live from the Xfinity Studios, VG.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about our friends over at Dudette Dental, because your smile says a lot. So we want to introduce you to the team that helps you say exactly what you want to say with your smile. And that is the Dudette Dental Group. This is a team trusted to care for one of our city's greatest assets, our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. Dudette Dental is now entering their 5th season as the official dentist of the Philadelphia Eagles, and Dr. D and his team have proudly served Philadelphia and its fans for over 20 years. It's 2 decades. They do it all: robotic implant surgery, Invisalign, veneers, emergencies, basic stuff, cleanings, whatever you need, they do it. They're locally owned and operated. Dr. D is a proud graduate of North Penn High School and the prestigious Temple University School of Dentistry. His commitment to the health and confidence of our community runs deep, and whether you're an MVP or a lifelong fan, this is the team you want caring for that smile of yours. So check them out, PhiladelphiaEaglesDentist.com, and discover how you can smile like the birds and smile like an eagle. And while you worry about your teeth, you got to protect your eyes. Shady Rays, they got the greatest sunglasses out there to protect those eyes from UV rays. And, you know, sometimes you might be like me, where you've had a little hesitation about bringing your nice, expensive sunglasses on the road with you, your quality polarized glasses. You don't want to bring them on a boat, and maybe you'll leave them behind. And I left mine behind at a hotel in Toronto, and I was always hesitant to bring my nice sunglasses out on the road. And Shady Rays changed all that because they're out of control with their replacement program. They changed the game. These sunglasses, they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking. They're polarized. They're durable. They're not stupidly expensive. And if you lose or break them on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trips, just replacements. They're not going to make you feel bad. They make you feel good because they send you out a new pair. So now you can be like me and wear your sunglasses without fear and bring them anywhere. Ball games, hikes, concerts, traveling, on a boat, wherever you go. Shady Rays is the eyewear that has your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head over to ShadyRays.com. Use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses and try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 satisfied people. ShadyRays.com.
All right. I love it. All right. Time now to talk some fight. It's the big deal. The Phillies playoff push brought to us by Cherry Hill Kia. That's right, a folk auto dealership. And now joining us, Jimmy Steaks. Good morning, Steaks.
Give me a steak, give me a steak. Oh, let's talk some baseball with Jimmy Steaks.
Steaks from the Xfinity, on the Xfinity hotline. What do you say, buddy? Looking good. You're a little muted.
How you doing, buddy? Sorry.
Good. Got the guns out, looking strong.
The guns are always out. You know, I'm going to work on them today a little bit. But
Nice. Nice. I like it.
Jake's Bar shirt on. Where's Jake's Bar at?
Oh, this is a Westchester institution, man. These shirts are iconic. They're everywhere around Chester County, Westchester. Little place near. I've never been there, but this was one of my kids went there and got me this for Father's Day one year, so I have to wear it now and then.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
But it's it's a legendary place, and these shirts are everywhere. It's funny, Anthony. Like I sometimes I actually think about this stuff, like in that real heyday of newspapers, like when I was growing up in the '80s, reading the Sunday Boston Globe, devouring it like every week. The accent section in the Sunday paper or something like that, or the Inquirer. This would have been a great story, like the ubiquitous Jake shirt. How you see them everywhere, and the culture of it all. It would have been really cool. And they have the years on them, so people actually buy them for every year.
Oh,
it would have been
cool.
Genius, Mark.
Wouldn't that have been a cool story to dig into?
Yes. Man, you bring that up, and I miss it. I miss the Sunday paper.
Like it was.
It was the greatest. It was So when I was in college, I worked at the airport, right? So what I used to do is I would take the newspapers. Again, it's pre-internet, so I would get the newspapers off the plane.
Oh my God!
And I would read the Chicago Tribune, the Boston Globe, and I would come home with a stack of papers.
Yeah,
and I would read. I loved it. I used to read them all.
I would do the same thing, like on planes and trains, try to find out of town newspapers. I remember, like when I was a very young sports writer, I used to do Patriots home games, and I would always like to scour the press box because the out of town writers would come in and they would bring their papers with them, and I would always grab them and take them home and read them. And same thing on trains. You'd try to figure out where how far south the train was by what papers, you get the Richmond Times Dispatch and it was so cool, man.
That's funny. We're two geeks, newspaper geeks. I loved it. There was some amazing writing, man. Do you remember that Boston Globe you mentioned? The all-star writing staff that was Bob Ryan, covered the NBA, every one of those guys. Wow.
You should the Boston Globe was just, it still is, that they are still, in my opinion, very, very good. But Bob Ryan, and what a guy, what a person. Ryan Shaughnessy, Montville, Joe Kincannon on golf, Gammons.
Who was Gammons? Who am I forgetting?
Steve Fainaru, Nick Cafardo. I could name,
who was the boxing? He did football and boxing.
Ron Borges.
Yes.
He was legendary. He's great. So Anthony, I know we're already on our tangent, but you really need to read. It's right behind me. I could get it if you wanted to, but it's Lee Montville's book. I love his writing. He was one of the great columnists.
Yeah, he was a great writer.
And Sports Illustrated as well. But he wrote a book about the 1969 NBA playoffs between the Celtics and the Lakers, and in that season as well. And it was kind of his rookie year. He was a kid out of college covering the NBA. So it's sort of a memoir and a look back at that season, and also just a slice of life on how newspapering was in those days. And you will know a lot of the people he writes about in this book, including there's an unbelievable Stan Hockman anecdote that is fabulous. You got to read this book. It's called Tall Men in Short Shorts. And he talks about Wilt and Bill Russell and their longtime.
Oh, I'm in on that. That sounds
and their longtime
awesome.
feud. It is you can't put it down. It's that good.
Oh, I'm totally in. Totally in.
So it's a Lee Montville book. It's called Tall Men in Short Shorts. And I actually am I read it 2 years ago. I was just thinking of rereading it. It's that good. It's great.
Yeah, I'll definitely. There's a great backstory to Ron Borges. I'm going off a tangent, but one more story. So Ron covered the Patriots and he covered boxing. I was at a fight with Ron, and it was was it a Tyson fight? Or anyway, it was. I think it was Golden Boy. It was De La Hoya. We were at a De La Hoya fight, and I became really friendly with him. I loved him. He was like a great dude. And Ron was in Vietnam.
Wow.
Yeah, and he got discovered. He was driving a bread truck and writing like such a great story. But he was in Vietnam and he did a tour. And the beginning of the fight, there were fireworks that went off inside the arena. And he grabbed my arm. I was sitting next to him. He grabbed my arm and he like that, like went down in a crouch. And
I gotcha.
he was having PTSD. And like I walked him outside the arena. Like it was, I'd never see anyone who went through that. My heart went out. I was like, wow, man, that was deep.
Wow. I don't know him, but I know his writing well. I read him for years on Two Sports, and he was just absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. All right. To the business at hand, because we can go all day with this stuff. Good night last night after a very disappointing weekend with the news of Zack Wheeler.
I thought it was a great night. It's just one night, but I thought it was, the symbolism of it kind of resonated with me, that on the day, like you mentioned, you come back from a tough weekend, on the day your indispensable ace has a serious medical procedure, and you don't know if you're going to get him back, and you don't know if he's going to ever pitch again. Who knows? They came out and they laid a whooping on a very good team and a very good pitcher. They've shown a lot of resilience in recent years. They've lost a lot of important guys, but the timing of this Wheeler loss and the pitcher he is, he's your number one. He's the guy who's going to get the ball in the first game of every postseason series. You hope that it lines up that way. You're not going to have him, and it's going to require everybody just doing a little more, performing a little better. I just thought it was kind of like a statement, like, okay, we got this. Some of your big guns really stepped up. Harper, two-time MVP, he annihilated those balls. They were both 112 miles an hour off the bat. They both went over 440 feet. They both were beautiful, just beautiful angle off the bat. Turner, another key player, is starting to warm back up here and having some really big games. But the entire lineup. So, and then you have a big hole in your pitching staff, and a guy who's been a little bobbing and weaving lately.
Yeah.
Use a boxing term, little shaky. He dials up his best start in over a year. All his stuff ticked up a little bit. He had fabulous command. He didn't walk a batter. He struck out 10. Maybe it's a harbinger of the fact of him having a great finish here as he heads toward free agency. The contributions of everybody is important, and everybody just needs to be that much better, because you don't have Zack Wheeler. And I feel like I kind of wrote this today on the website, like, you go through that period where, okay, this is a human story. This is somebody's life. Is it really proper to be starting to ask about how they're going to perform on the baseball field without him? I felt like everybody took a little deep breath yesterday, and they kind of got their arms around this medically, and the man, the human being, is going to be all right. Okay, now phew, it's
You're
okay
right.
to ask.
Thank God.
Thank God for that. And now
Yeah.
it becomes a little more proper to ask how this affects the baseball team. But I believe there's a lot of character in that room, and they need to show it. It's a test of their character, and I believe it's there. Maybe it's the old school in me, but I do believe in the intangible elements of a team, the intangible elements of athletes. It's not more important than playing good. It's not more important than having talent. You got to have good players, but if you can mix in those intangibles, and the old expression, beware the wounded tiger, I've always believed in that, and they are a wounded tiger now, and nobody fights harder in the jungle than the wounded tiger. So, I still think this team can do really good things, but it's up to them.
Yeah, I took it the exact same way as a symbol. It's funny, you and you're speaking, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. I thought the same thing. Like here was Ranger who had been scuffling, and again, that Seattle lineup is good. That's
and their pitcher,
really
they
good
beat a
lineup,
hell of a pitcher,
right?
Gilbert.
And Gilbert, right? Gilbert's a great pitcher. Gilbert
pitcher.
doesn't get rocked, and they rocked him 9 hits. Bottom of the order got hits, right? Stock got 2 hits. Cassie, who had been slumping badly, gets 2 hits, right? I mean, everybody hit, and it felt like it was a statement.
Yeah, and I also believe that hitting can be contagious, because you start laying it on a good pitcher, and people start smelling blood in the water, and boom, and it just becomes a wildfire. So 21 hits. Long balls, extra bases,
and no cheapies in the lot,
and a terrific start by, like I said, a guy who had been a little shaky lately, a guy you're absolutely going to need going into October to get you there, and he's been a very good October pitcher. But I mean, you can't ignore the reality that everything's been a little down with him, location and stuff here in the midseason. He's not firing like he has at times in his career, but if he's got that great location, he can succeed, and you can extend that. To me, Aaron Nola now is such an important piece of all of this. You lost Zack Wheeler. He's a right-hander. You really need a right-hander in your rotation. Aaron Nola has had a great career here in Philadelphia. He has struggled in, the last couple of years in pockets, more so this year. Had that 3-month shutdown with a couple of injuries that I don't think were serious, but they needed to kind of flush them out of there so maybe they can get a better performance. He's coming back from this reset that I think is a physical and a mental reset, and I'll acknowledge he did not pitch well on Sunday. He blew a 6-0 lead. He doesn't have the stuff to pitch over the plate, blow up by people. He's got to be on the edges. He's got to be precise with his location. He's got to change speed. Got to be down in the zone, but occasionally change eye level a little bit up. He's got to pitch. And on Sunday, didn't do it. Didn't inspire confidence. That said, I think he's still got enough talent, enough track record, and most of all, enough heart to come out here and give them 6 good weeks down the stretch. And take him to October. And they need him. He's
big time. You said
they
have
right never
in the rotation.
He's been here a decade, and they have never needed him more.
I mean, think about that. You're right on, man. They need a right-hander in a rotation. The problem is,
and they need. I don't care if you go all lefties, all right. They need a good pitcher to go out there and give them 6+. Keep them in games every 5th day. They need Aaron Nola to be the Aaron Nola we've seen for many years in this town. But like I said, he's the longest tenured Philly. I think behind Sean Couturier, he is the longest tenured athlete in town. I'd have to look that up and double check that. But I think when BG retired, right. I think it's Couturier, Nola.
Wow.
This team and this fan base's championship hopes have never needed Aaron Nola more than they do now.
Oh boy, I know the fans aren't too happy to hear that.
Okay, well, you can thumbs down it and be Joe negative all you want, but the guy's a competitor. If he goes out there and performs well, he has a chance to be a terrific Philadelphia story. So we'll see what happens. What happens.
Jimmy? Yeah, I'm a Nola guy, so I like your fire with it. I don't know about it. The public opinion is not great on Aaron Nola right now. But
I know it isn't. And you know what? I understand it. He hasn't pitched well. And maybe for 6 weeks, he's going to go out there and he's going to frustrate people and not pitch well. I don't know. But that's why you play the games. We'll see. We'll see if this strategy of shutting him down for 3 months and maybe having a mad dash to the finish what it delivers. I know he's got a lot of pride. I know he's got a lot of competitiveness. I know he knows how to pitch. I know his stuff is not what it used to be. And I know he's going to, like I said, have to change speed and be very precise in his location. But if he does that, he's going to be one of the difference makers that this team needs. I know he's been dismissed and written off, and that's fine. His performance hasn't been what we've been used to around here, but he's got a chance to do something good and walk out of this season as a major contributor. So I'm curious to see how that story unfolds.
Jimmy, were you? He's never been a high velocity guy. Were you a little shocked that his velocity was as low as it was after all the time off?
No, that's where it was all year. That's where it was at times last year. Look, he's been doing this a long time. He's thrown a lot of pitches, a lot of innings. He was number one in the majors in innings until just recently, because he missed 3 months. From the start of 2016 until he went on the IL this year, he was the leader in innings pitched among all the major league starters by like 80 innings, by a good chunk. So, hey, you only have so many bullets, you know? I was talking to a scout friend of mine this weekend, and we were looking at a kid pitch, and we were talking about deliveries, and I'm like, do you worry about that delivery? Do you think it's a little too high stress, a little too much violence? Is it a breakdown delivery? And the guy goes, he goes, I'm kind of a believer that everybody just has X amount of bullets, and at some point you run out of bullets regardless of your delivery. So Aaron Nola's carried a huge workload. Zack Wheeler's carried a huge workload. We've talked about this ad nauseum for the last couple of years. We talked about it, wrote about it in spring training, how, you know, the odometer and the clock is ticking on this team. And though the pitching staff is outstanding, you know, they have high mileage, so you need to cash in at some point. So at some point, there is a natural decline in every athlete. And, you know, you get to a certain age, you throw a certain amount of pitchers, especially in pitchers. So I don't know if he'll ever be the same guy he was in Aaron Nola when he was, you know, finishing third in the Cy Young and things like that. But it's like that. It's like that Toby Keith song. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. They need Aaron Nola to be as good as good. You know, I'm talking
country.
I'm talking this one chunk, you know, here of 2 months and through the postseason. They need him to be as good as he once was. You know what I mean? He ain't as good as he once was.
No, you're right.
Okay. Did I mess up the country sign? I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That's what they need.
All right. I like it. I don't know the song, but I like it.
Why don't you know that song? I thought you were cool.
I'm not a country man. I'm from Philadelphia. I don't know. I just
how about VG? Do you know that song?
No, I don't know any newer country. I'm like an old country guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. And it's like about a barroom fight. He knocks the shit out of some guy.
Toby Keith? He's a tough guy.
Yeah,
well, really? He's deceased now, but he was.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm like, wow, it's a good story. Let me ask you this though: if not Nola, then who? Have you gone through? Like, what about Painter? I've seen it before where a kid will struggle, get a little bored with AAA, and he comes up to the bigs and he blossoms.
Hey, this is the land of opportunity. If he wants to come and do that, you know, go do it. I think there's a chance we're going to see him at some point here. Hasn't pitched great in AAA, but we all know about the talent level. So if you want to come here and dazzle, I mean, but who's going to step? I don't know. I mean, thankfully they have Christopher Sanchez, who has in the last 2 years risen his profile to
he's an ace.
Knocking on the door of being a number one. I think I think there's fewer number ones in baseball than we think there are. He's becoming one. He's in the Cy Young They need him to continue to be that guy because now if your pitching's lined up, he's the guy who's going to get the ball game one. He's 30 or 29 innings shy of a career high. That's going to be a challenge he's going to need to navigate, something you have to keep an eye on. Luzardo's been better lately, needs to continue. Ranger was a good sign last night, needs to continue. I mentioned the opportunity that's in front of Nola and how he's more important than he's ever been. And then if Taijuan Walker has given you 3 straight quality starts, hats off to him. It's going to take them all. And they're going to need to swing the bats. Not 21 hits a night, but they're going to need to continue to swing the bats because you lose a Zack Wheeler, you lose some run prevention. Now you need to score more runs. It's going to just take the whole group of them rallying together. And if they got the talent, if they play good, they can overcome this loss and go where they want to go in October. But
you were down there. What was the vibe?
It's going to be more difficult. It's going to be more difficult without Zack Wheeler because he's like almost a legendary postseason pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, his numbers are that good. The vibe was, anytime you're in a ballpark that's sold out and you swing the bats like that, in a ballpark like Citizens Bank Park where it rocks and the in-game entertainment is
I meant more of the clubhouse.
Awesome.
Like, what was like you're being around those guys? Like,
the clubhouse is I would use the word resolved. I mean, they're like I said, everybody I think is going like he's going to be all right. The man, the dad, the husband, he's going to be all right. Now it's up to us to overcome it. Alec Boehm, I was talking to him for a while before the game, and he was like, we got the team to do it. This is a tough blow to absorb for any pitching staff, but I think we have this pitching staff that can absorb it. And, if we get to where we're going to want to go, people are going to look back and say, yeah, we were a hell of a team. And he says, I think we are a hell of a team. So if you don't think you can play through challenges like this, then the game would have weeded you out a long time ago because then you're not a good competitor, right?
Totally. I mean, but it's good sign, Boehm. If he can hit that inside, like that's his power. That pitch, he can drive that.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is I have a conversation with Charlie Manuel about this all the time. It's difference between being, here.
That's what I was
here.
talking about. We were talking about that the other day.
He's got that inside out swing, which I actually think is a beaueful swing.
Yeah,
but when you get something middle in, if you can just learn, it's just a couple inches. It's just here getting it out in front of the bat head, and he's such a big man.
Because that's where you yank. That's when you yank it and you get your power. You generate your power.
I mean, it sometimes it takes a long time for guys it takes a long time sometimes for guys to learn to turn on a ball. Yeah. It took Jim Thome a long time. In the minor leagues, I've heard a lot of stories about Jim Thome from Jim himself, from Charlie, and from others that, and you look at Jim Thome's swing when he first came to the majors.
Ryan Howard was like that too.
He was trying to work the ball the other way. Ryan
Howard naturally went to straight away.
Ryan Howard naturally, but I think he knew how to turn better than Jim. I think Jim really developed
his natural swing was the straight away.
Hey, look, I mean, Bryce Harper, Bedlam at the bank. That was that. Lay it out there and let it happen the other way. But there are balls middle in that you can yank and hit them out to the pull side. So you don't want to, get bad habits and look to do that on every pitch. You have to hit the ball where it's pitched. So if it's away, boom, that's where that hit it the other way or inside out, whatever you want to call it, drive it the other way comes in. But there are those. You watch the way Castellanos turns on a mistake inside.
Oh yeah,
like a backup slider that hangs. Anything off speed.
Oh, he
kind of middle in. You can see his tongue hang out and his eyes go, and the bat head just explodes.
Yeah,
he knows how to turn on a mistake.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Steaks, great stuff, man. A lot of fun. Well, I love your energy.
I got good energy, man. I got good energy. I had a nice cup of coffee. My tomatoes are booming.
just like our Xfinity internet. It's booming.
Yes.
It's booming. My garden is booming.
I made beautiful tomatoes someday. I stopped at the stand. Because we have stands.
Oh, these already grunting at you.
Listen, I'm not, I don't have a green thumb.
You probably have somebody cutting your lawn too.
Wow, I don't cut my lawn. I can't cut my lawn. I don't. It's not my thing. It's not. I'm lucky I live out there. I should live in the. I belong in a row house with sidewalks. But
Greg's awfully quiet today. How come?
I'm just watching and enjoying this. You got a real green thumb.
I
didn't know you had a green thumb, Jimmy Steaks. Other than peppers, I didn't know you were a tomato man.
Tomatoes. I got butternut squash is bigger than your head.
Do you really?
Butternut squash.
I got to see the garden. I got to see your garden.
Yeah, you should do a tour for PHLY.
I can make my wife went nuts. She's like, this is the best. I do a marinara. She was like, she went nuts because I have a fresh basil plant. It's the only thing I have plant.
I got basil. I got it all. Rosemary, thyme.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Sage.
Do you have the Roma tomatoes? Like, those are the best for sauce.
San Marzano. I have some San Marzanos.
Ah, dude. You got to bring them in here, man. I need some San Marzanos.
I got big slicers that you make sandwiches out of, and I got San Marzanos. I got basil. I got cilantro. I got rose. I got
tour.
all the.
We need someone to go out there and tour Jimmy's garden.
Next time, Jim, take a video of your garden so we can play it.
Call in from the garden.
I literally have all the things in that Simon and Garfunkel song: parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Literally have them all.
So big music guy today. I like it. Yeah, I'm a fan of this, Jimmy. Yeah,
you do. You got a great vibe, buddy.
Jimmy, you on a gummy this morning?
I'm on a big cup of coffee and a peanut butter banana.
All right.
Good stuff, brother. Listen, excellent. Everybody's got to read Jimmy's work, all PHLY. Make sure you become a diehard. Please. It helps us give great content. And Jim's stuff is the best. Mm-hmm. We love you, buddy.
Have a good day. Great being with you.
See you, pal. There it is. Jimmy Steaks.
Got me fired up over Nola. I like it. He gave like a little passionate, good talk.
I'm with you, man. I think the same thing. Like, it's a great story.
Chat really thinking he was enjoying some weeds this morning.
Well, he's big. I just don't have the green thumb. It's not my thing.
I'd like to, but I don't know.
So do I.
It seems like a lot of time.
It's a country thing.
Yeah.
You got to grow up in that.
Country music.
I grew up in that area, so
God bless.
Cutting the grass and growing.
I love fresh ingredients. With the farm stands around the corner.
You said you went to the farm stand. He's like, oh, what?
I know. Grow it yourself. All right.
You got some grass. Grow it.
Who's doing the garden? I'm not a tender.
No. No, you with those hands of yours, you'd be trying to bolster them up and snapping roots and stuff.
I'm busy with the kids. I'm in kid mode. All right. Lots to get to. EJ is going to join us shortly for an Eagles update. But let's take care of some business. Talk about some of our friends and partners. Like Xfinity. How about this? The 5-year price guaranteed with Xfinity. Life's unpredictable. The price of your internet should not be. Get a reliable price for a reliable connection. All in means all in. You get Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, all right? All that's included. And a 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed, VG. Change is always happening, right? Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, movies are remade, bands, artists come and go. But no matter what changes in 5 years, the price of your internet will stay the same.
It's good to know for budgeting purposes.
All right, it is. Learn more, Xfinity.com. All right, make sure you check it out so your Wi-Fi is booming. That's it. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra, subject to change. All right, now let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. So the brain was all over them M's. I thought he was right. I thought so too. Phillies showed some backbone. Now, what are they tonight?
Oh, they're heavy favorites tonight.
Heavy favorites with Sanchez.
They're minus 150. Let's see.
150. Who's pitching for Seattle?
Minus 180.
Wow.
You got Bryce Miller versus Sanchez.
Well, they should be a heavy favorite.
Sanchez over under for strikeouts, 6.5.
M's got some strikeouts.
Team total, Phillies, 4.5.
4.5. The way they're swinging the bats.
Yeah, you got to go that now.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't that be? Ride the hot bat?
Yes. Do Phillies. Let's do Phillies
And over.
team total and Sanchez.
Strikeouts.
Yeah.
Because I like
Plus
that.
330.
330. Phillies over the 4.5 runs
Yeah.
and over the strikeouts.
Over 6.5 strikeouts.
330?
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Check it out. The Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app has it. All that stuff. Soon you'll be doing the SGPs. Barkley over yardage. Hurts over yardage. Touchdown for AJ. Soon you'll be throwing all that in there. Having some fun with the SGP and everything else. They have all the casino games. So much fun. Live dealer blackjack, roulette, craps. How about all your fun slots? Like, VJ, what are you playing?
They got a new one, dude. And RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah, I'm a big RoboCop.
RoboCop slot.
Yeah.
All right. Check it out. New customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. Just remember, you got to be 21. BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now joining us from NovaCare, our man on the scene, covering the birds, all PHLY Eagles, E.J. Smith.
Give me that E, give me a J, give me an E-J, give me that E.J. Smith.
There he is. What do you say, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? You know, I was listening to you and Jim. I got to tell you, Anthony, we got to get you. We got to get you cutting some grass now. Come on. I mean, it's the perfect time of year to be cutting.
A lot of peer pressure. A lot of peer pressure from the suburban guys with this grass cutting.
You know what? The only grass I want to be near is the grass you're standing on. A football field.
Yeah, we won't be getting much time on this grass soon, too.
I was on the grass last night for practice. We had
Best time of
practice
year.
last night. I was on that grass. All right. I love it. I love the smell of football field in the morning.
Yeah, but listen, come on. You know, you get out there in the evening, you get on your lawnmower, you get some time to relax, you listen to the Eagles show. You know, it's perfect. So yeah, we gotta.
I don't have a lawnmower.
Do you push mow or you drive one?
We've got a pretty big yard, so I've got a riding mower. It's a zero turn.
Nice.
It's like my baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could get into that.
Wow, ride.
Zone out, put some music on, and zone out on a riding mower.
Yep. Happy place right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm out. That does nothing for me, man. You know what I want to know? What's going on behind you on that beautiful lawn? So, I guess Vic spoke, and a lot of talk about that second QB or CB2, and so Ringo is buried, and it looks like they're hoping Bennett wins it, and Jackson's still in the mix.
Yeah, I think that's the right read on it. So Adoree Jackson is taking most of the first team reps. I feel like that's mostly because he knows the system and he's been around the team longer than Bennett. But I mean, the longer that this thing drags out, the more guys like Ja'Cory and Bennett, even Mac McWilliams, those guys can start to enter the competition just by the nature of the fact that Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson have not run away with this job. You know, I think that the team probably wanted Keely Ringo to run away with this job this summer. He has not had a great training camp. So at this point, if you ask me, it's kind of a toss-up between Jackson and Bennett. I probably would lean Bennett. I think he's gotten more upside. You know, if you ask me who's going to be better week 1, maybe I would lean Jackson. But if you're asking me who's going to be better week 8, I probably would lean Ja'Cory and Bennett or Mac McWilliams. So at that point, I think that Bennett, like I said, has the upside, that he makes sense as long as he is up to speed. I think that there have been some instances where he had, the fact that he hasn't been in the defense have shown up. So, if he can get up to speed in this system, I think he probably is going to be the week 1 starter at this point. But again, there's a lot to play out from between now and week 1. I think today's practice will be a big one for sure.
What were you hearing about the Mechie situation and that trade?
Yeah, I think that this is setting up like a really, really competitive battle at the bottom of the depth chart for wide receiver. I do wonder what it means for somebody like Ainias Smith or Darius Cooper. I'd probably lean at impacting Ainias Smith a little bit more, or maybe even, I think Johnny Wilson's on the 53. So to me, I don't think that I'm worried about that. I do. I
I
think he's
don't
on.
know.
You're not sure? Okay. All
I
right.
don't
All right.
know. I don't know
Listen, you
now.
could tell me with the Mechie trades, you could tell me pretty much anything happens at those bottom 2 or 3 spots, and it wouldn't surprise me. Now, like, is your argument that Mechie's a dirty work guy? Like, he kind of does some of the
No,
similar things Johnny Wilson does?
I'm just hitting you with, I don't know how much they like Johnny Wilson.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And
I think they're disappointed in Johnny Wilson.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, to me, like, I think you could sneak almost any of these guys through to the practice squad. I think we overstate the risk of the waiver wire for some of these down the depth chart wideouts. So yeah, I mean, listen, if you told me it was Anais and Darius Cooper and John Mechie on the 53, that wouldn't surprise me. But Johnny Wilson, again, he's had his moments this summer to make me think he's got a better chance than maybe I would have thought, going into that first preseason game for sure.
Yeah, here's what I think. The size, obviously, he did make a couple back shoulder catches. Like, I think they're disappointed with him, but I think they see the size. I think they look at Anais Smith and go, they're lukewarm.
Yeah.
They're not in love. I think that's why the Mechie trade happened. Like, obviously, Harrison Bryant wasn't going to make the team, so it was an easy flip. And they were like, they've always liked Mechie, like the Alabama thing. Something did happen. He's a credible guy. He's a kid that really never got the right opportunity with the Texans. It was a crowded room, the whole thing. And then I think they look at the back end of the receivers, and they're not in love. They like Cooper, and I think Cooper's in their plans down the road to develop.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And again, like, I think that Darius Cooper has played well enough to be on the 53, but at some point you have to ask yourself, can we get this guy through waivers, get him on the practice squad? Again, it's like a risk reward, push pull. Now, if the bottom of the roster was more crowded, I probably would feel like it's not worth using a roster spot on Darius Cooper. Once you get to that 51st, 52nd, 53rd spot, I feel like they have some wiggle room. So no, I'm with you. I think that Mechie has a better. I think there's a real chance that Mechie is just the best fourth wide receiver that they have on the roster now, and that was why they made the trade. So at first my instinct was to be a little bit confused as to what they were doing, but again, I think your read on it is correct in that he might just be a better fourth option at wide receiver, might give them more in week 1 at that spot. So I want to see him today. He's out here. He should practice. He's wearing number 80. So yeah, I want to see him in action today for sure. And we'll see what these last few wide receiver spots kind of hold in these last 2 days of camp.
All right, what's today's schedule, EJ?
So we heard from Patullo at 9:40. And then, it looks like they're setting up to do a lot of team today. They're on this new side field. They kind of repainted the lines. They're going across the 2 fields that they were going on earlier in practice. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping we see a lot of team today, a lot of the ones. They're in full pads. So again, it should be an eventful practice.
All right. We got Baldy coming up, and he's got a hard out. So I may need you. I may need to text you I need some more details. All right.
Okay. No, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
And then you got 2:00 today.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be on it too with Bo. We're going through some fake trades today. So, maybe some positions in need.
I mean, that's kind of what I want to discuss about, I had a guy tell me about, I'm still involved with these media people, NFL guys from back in the day. And I got a call last night, and a guy saying to me, "Are you worried about your Eagles?" And I was like, "No, they got a couple of question marks, but I'm not worried about them." And, he was talking about their depth, edge, the whole 9. So I know there's some possibility out there. Hendrickson is now being looked at seriously by teams. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely some positions that they could shore up. And I mean, a guy like Hendrickson, he had 17 and a half sacks last season. You had a guy like that. Could you imagine Nolan Smith and Trey Hendrickson as your two edge rushers? Like, that's a nightmare for any tackle rotation in the NFL. So, it should be interesting. We'll dive into it too, for sure.
I look forward to it, buddy. Thank you, my brother. There he is.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to you.
Smith, live at NovaCare.
Only one more practice at training camp, is it?
Yeah. Well, it's, listen, we're 16 days from the opener.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it. I don't want to waste any time. Baldy. I don't waste any time. because you got the man.
Baldy.
Right. All right, we got our opening. We got to get.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football. Oh, Baldy.
Legend. What do you got cooking? You got something going? When you say hard out, that means you got your travels.
No, actually, it's not a travel this morning. I got to do something with the 49ers at 10:30.
Oh.
So I kind of blanked on it when I said I could do 10 yesterday, but they hit me up this morning. That's all.
All right. A couple things I got to get to you.
Yeah.
I got a call last night from a friend of mine who's a national reporter and was asking about the Eagles. And we were talking and he goes, "Are you worried about that team?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he starts going through, well, your cornerback, the other cornerback spot. He said you're putting a lot of emphasis on year two guys in Quinyon and Cooper DeJean. Brought up the front, thought that they were thin off the edge. And I'm like, listen, I think they're fine. First of all, I think Cooper and Quinyon are the real deal. I think Jihad next to Zach Bond's going to be an incredible thing. I also think Jihad Campbell will help out a pass rush because he'll blitz him from the second level. I don't know, Baldy, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you can always, at this time of the year, pick any roster apart and try to find, weaknesses. I mean, for them to start by saying, worried about the quarterback position, the guy's coming off a Super Bowl MVP, where he took care of the football the last 17 games of the season. I mean, could a quarterback have a bad year, an off year? They can. It's happened. But, I mean, if you just, they lost a couple defensive linemen, but I think, I saw Azeez Ojulari, beat the left tackle for a sack last week. Is Jihad Campbell a finished product? He's just getting started. He's having a hard time finding the ball. But, he's got nobody playing in front of him that's going to be playing, on Thursday night, September 4th against the Cowboys. But when he's asked to cover, he's covering. When he blitzes, he gets a sack. I mean, you can pick the one cornerback position looks like Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, Jacorian Bennett. I mean, you could throw all these guys out there. I don't know if any of them are going to be Slay or not. But pass rush helps all of that stuff. And eventually you got to play your young players, and so that's where they're at right now. They got to play some young safeties. Makuba, is Sidney Brown the answer? We know Reed is a good player. So, and nothing, I will say this today and I'll say it on September 4th and I'll say it all weekend. September's the new August, cuz none of these Eagles are playing. We don't know what kind of rhythm time. You can scrimmage the Browns for 2 days, great. None of it is game conditions. And so, you gotta go play. Could the Giants go beat Washington the first game of the season? They could. Stuff like that happens. We saw New England beat Cincinnati the first game of the season last year. So whatever it is, the Eagles were terrible the first month of the season, and they figured it out. So that's Nick's job, is to find out what's weak, what's strong, what can we do to repair it. I mean, Howie's already been busy. Jacorian Bennett is here on a trade for a guy, Booker, who barely played. They're never going to stop trying to build the roster. So I have a lot of faith in Howie, and I have a lot of faith in Nick to be able to handle situations.
Baldy on the Xfinity hotline. We love it. Zach Taylor plays Burrow last night, and he played more than a series. It's the end of the first quarter. He's getting slung around by his goal line.
Yeah,
he's got two backup offensive linemen in front of him. I'm thinking to myself, are you crazy?
Well, he played 2 series. He played the first 2 series against the Eagles. He wanted to play. It was up to him. He could have easily just put a baseball cap on and watched the game. And Jake Browning could have taken all the snaps. He wanted to play. Whether it's preseason or not, I would never advise Joe Burrow to back up towards his goal line and try to just do a Peyton Manning and go down. Just go down and protect yourself. I mean, to see him dig, he got slung twice, but the first one, the way he got slung and how he landed on his shoulder, they're lucky that nothing happened and there was no injury to that, especially with his injury history. So, yeah, but that's the chance anybody takes playing players in preseason, and why some coaches advocate for it and some coaches don't even take a chance.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles didn't even play Tanner McKee on Saturday.
No.
They put
No.
QB2 in bubble wrap.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing Dorian Thompson-Robinson out there. I don't know how much he knows. He just got here a little while ago. But yeah, I mean, they didn't play a starting offensive lineman, defensive lineman. They didn't take any chances.
It was interesting. So you saw Jaden Daniels last night and looked great. Like, first drive, he just looks great. I don't see people are saying there's going to be a sophomore slump like CJ Stroud. I don't see it with him. Listen, they may take a step back from their record because their record was so ridiculous last year, but I think that kid is legit and that kid plays and he plays well.
Well, so I was talking to Antonio Pierce last week at the Jets-Giants scrimmage. Antonio Pierce was on the staff with Herm Edwards, who recruited him to Arizona State. All right, so you can go back. This kid has been legit everywhere he's been. But if you just talk to the Commanders last year, this year, training camp, he's just like, they keep giving him more and more and more. And, he's one of these kids that says, I got it. And, a lot of kids, you say, do you really have it? I know you say you got it, but he just has it. He's been wearing those virtual glasses. He watches all these fronts. He called his entire offense at the line of scrimmage last year from the shotgun formation. Cliff calls him, gives him, and he's making all the checks. He's just an advanced student. And will they win 14 games this year? I don't know. The roster looks better to me than it did last year. We'll see what happens to Terry McLaurin. They need him because it's certainly not as good if they lose him and Diami Brown. But, he's the real deal. He just is. You see him, how relaxed he is on the sideline, how he does interviews. I've talked to him an hour before kickoff, and you have his full attention. And there's no turn the faucet on, give you the answer you want to hear. I'm talking about a real engaged conversation an hour before kickoff. The guy is just, however he's relaxed, he's a relaxed player.
It's interesting. The three guys, because you mentioned McLaurin, you got McLaurin, you got Micah, and you got Hendrickson. And those three big names out there, you think any of them move, or do you think they all re-sign? I mean, the Bengals,
I can see Hendrickson. I can see Hendrickson moving. I can see that because Cincinnati, they just paid two receivers and they paid their quarterback. And there doesn't, and the owner, look, Mike Brown, I like Mike Brown. He's not, how they handle the cap and all, I mean, those people do things a different way than what the Eagles do or a couple other teams in this league. I think they're going to have a hard time signing him. And he's already not budging on whatever they've offered him. So I can't see Micah moving. But I'll just say this. I remember it was either 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I think maybe 2 years ago. San Francisco opened up in Pittsburgh and Nick Bosa was unsigned. And he literally wasn't coming in. He wanted to be paid. He was the defensive player of the year, all this stuff. He signed on Friday, traveled with the team on Saturday, and started on Sunday and had 3 sacks. This whole thing about you got to have a ramp up here. These guys are, all the 3 guys you mentioned, if they play day one, their team is better day one. Micah Parsons, if he comes to Philly on September 4th and he's signed whatever the contract situation is taken care of, he'll have the freshest legs on the field. He might be a little bit of a problem.
Everybody's going gaga over Jackson Dart, the national media saying Jackson Dart needs to start.
Well, we all can overreact to these preseason games. Now, he's played very well. And you can argue that he's played better than any quarterback in all of preseason anywhere. You can make that argument. The guy completed 13 passes in a row the other day.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. That's hard to go make 13 layups in a row.
Yeah.
And doing 13 of anything in a row, especially if you're playing football, is hard to do. But every little, like, success always lies in the infinitesimal details. And his attention to detail is even the play action fake to get the defense to move to throw the touchdown to Dulcich was, I mean, it was really well done. Now you could say, okay, he ran that play at Ole Miss, and I think he did, but still, he did it in the game, in the action. Here's the conundrum for the Giants. You can march Russell Wilson out there, and you won't be wrong. He's experienced. He's been to Super Bowls, the whole thing. The problem you have is, what if the kid is better? And you might lose games. You might lose games to start the season because you don't know if he's truly better. Is he what we're seeing in preseason, or is it just preseason? So, Bo Nix wasn't great in the month of September last year, but he was great down the stretch. They could have easily started, a backup in front of them and just said, we'll ease into it. Just like Carson, when they had, what's his name from Oklahoma,
Sam
that
Bradford,
was the right choice. But it wasn't what they wanted. Bradford just got hurt, or he got shipped out, whatever happened. So
he got hurt.
That's the dilemma for David. We know what our eyes are looking at, and we're going, and you're seeing how everybody around him reacts. They look energized. Dable's smiling, like all this stuff that we didn't see at all last year. And he's far better than Daniel Jones. That's the dilemma they have, is they could, if they get great quarterback play, they could go to Washington week 1 and win that game because their defense is that talented. So that's the dilemma right now for them.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I would start him, and because of what you just said. You know what happened? Who from Minnesota got hurt? Somebody from Minnesota, Teddy Bridgewater, broke his leg, and then they traded for Sam Bradford, and that's how they set up that number 1 pick, and Carson started.
Yes,
That was
right.
that's
It
what
was a chain reaction.
Yeah,
It was a chain reaction, because you got that right.
But I would start the kid. I'll be honest with you. I think Russ is cooked anyway. And if you're Dable, because I still think Dable's a good coach. If you're Dable, I would start the kid and look toward an arc up by the end of the year. Because that's where I go to ownership and go, look, by the end of the year, I got the kid playing well. He's our future. Let's go.
Well, you could take that approach. You could also take the approach that, like, say, Andy took with Donovan McNabb, where he didn't start him right away. He started Doug Peterson, and it was probably the right thing to do, making that leap from Syracuse to the Eagles. And, it didn't take long before the Eagles turned everything around. If you asked Andy in hindsight, should you have started Donovan from the beginning? Probably, but it didn't hurt him. It won't hurt. I don't think it'll hurt Jackson Dart if he sits for the first month. I think there's some benefit to that. But if this kid's ready to go, like Jaden Daniels is ready to go, Bo Nix is ready to go, like some of these kids, like, for example, people are saying, well, where would you start him? Would you start him on the road here? And I'm like, the guy just came out of the SEC. Like, you go to Baton Rouge on a Saturday night, there's nothing in the NFL that's like that. You go between the hedges on Saturday to Georgia, like, there's nothing in the NFL that comes close to that atmosphere.
No, that's my biggest argument about these kids. I'm like, these kids are coming from sophisticated systems, playing in front of 100,000 people. They're not overwhelmed. Jackson Dart is not over. His offense was a complex offense from a truly offensive genius.
Well, what you're seeing, though, is what you see. Now, I'm not want to put him in this category, and I don't want to blow this up, but, you're looking at kids that have never played an NFL game. They all look like they can play when the ball's thrown on time and it's put right on a tee to him. I mean, he played T-ball the other night.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it was like a 6-year-old playing T-ball. The ball was right here, and it wasn't like these kids were making fantastic catches to rescue him. The ball was well placed. And, he ran a no-huddle offense. That's the other thing. He ran no-huddle, up-tempo, like he did at Ole Miss, and he's calling everything at the line of scrimmage. Now, they might be sending the plays into him, whatever. He's still getting everybody lined up. And kids that have never played before, and he's completing passes to them, and they all look like they can play. Greg Dulcich has been passed up in this business. Now he looks like he could be your second tight end in New York right now.
Yeah. Hey, what you've been all over camps. You've watched every game. You're dissecting tape all day, every day. Give me a couple things that may have changed your mind, that you went in maybe with a preconceived notion that you've seen. And it could be about a team. It could be about a player that it changed your mind.
Well, if like Seattle, they ran for 268 yards the other day without Kenneth Walker playing. Now Charbonnet started, but they drafted as Graves Abel out of North Dakota State. And I mean, they're not playing with their left tackle right now, but everybody else looks like they're in place. Like if they can run the ball out of a Clint Kubiak offense, it becomes a symphony for the quarterback. And so we'll see. But I mean, that was a pretty impressive.
Who's the kid, the running back, Milani?
Yeah, Helani.
He's not
Helani
bad.
Came in there, busted some runs.
Yeah, he was. I mean, listen.
I mean, it's what Kubiak did. What his dad did. I mean, it's the run game. It's the wide zone. It's play action off it. I mean, there's a lot of basics that travel in that offense. But I would say that's a team that you have to keep your eye on. I know Mike McDonald could coach. I know he could coach defense. Now he's got Kubiak in there. They took the offense coordinator from University of Washington, and he came down, and honestly, like there was a passing offense at Washington. He had Penix. He had 3 receivers. Like it just didn't travel well last year. So he blew that out, got Kubiak in there. Kubiak, he knows what he's doing. I mean, that could be a really dynamic offense.
Is there a division now that you go, you know what, this division is going to be nasty after what you've seen?
Well, I mean, you look at the first 2 series of Caleb Williams. Like you put Caleb with good coaching, like a very specific designed offense. And this is what we're doing. Like even the first play of the game is a basic bootleg. All right, everybody runs it. He could have, you've got receivers at every level. So normally what you do on that pattern is you look deep to short. But you already could hear Ben Johnson saying, if Colston Loveland is open in the flat, you throw it to him. All right, this is what you're doing. You're not waiting to throw it 20 yards down the field and pass this 8-yard pass up. And then, he reads.
Take it.
They get this cover 2, this Tampa 2 defense in the next play, and he throws a seam route to Kmet for 30. Like you put his talent with a very specific designed, this is what we do. Like you might see that talent really flourish in Chicago. So to answer your question, like Minnesota, like I don't know what JJ McCarthy is. Nobody knows. But that is a really good team around the quarterback. Like you can't build a better team from the offensive line to the run game to the defense to the ability to take the ball away better than what Minnesota has done. And now if the quarterback can play at any kind of a good level, and he's well coached, that team can be scary. And we know that LaFleur can coach and what they're doing is good. And, Detroit's coming off of, so that division to me is, and Chicago starts the season on Monday night against Minnesota. Their first 2 games are division games. We're going to see if they can stack up with those teams.
Yeah. I'm curious about Detroit. Like if they, what they're going to look like, losing both coordinators, losing Frank Ragnow.
Losing the starting center and right guard.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, the center was probably the best in football, Ragnow.
Ragnow was great.
He stayed healthy last year. So your offense line sometimes is just as good as your center. So I'd pay close attention to that right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm curious about them. And again, I look at the Eagles and I get back to our conversation to the guy, this reporter I was talking to last night. Once again, it was like, well, if there's no AJ, that passing game's in trouble. Well, I'm like, you take away a number 1 receiver, I mean, that's what it's going to be like. And, there's still a lot of whispers around Jalen. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, I think Jalen's one of those athletes that hears everything and then just still has the ability to use all of that as more motivation. Like he's never going to stop working. He's never going to stop leading. He's never going to stop trying to get better. So he does it in his own style. It's his own style. Everybody's now looking to him. These young quarterbacks are looking to him for advice. He's still leaning on older guys for advice, and so he's doing the things the right way. We gotta see. I mean, look, it was a magical year. If Saquon stays healthy, even without AJ, I think they would lean on the run game pretty heavily. And Devontae can certainly be a number one receiver in a lot of offenses. He elevates. They just made a trade for a receiver. We'll see what Mechie is, but there's Howie. Like he's not going to stop. And maybe Mechie is just an insurance policy if AJ isn't what he needs to be right now. Who know? Like this kid comes out of a major program out of Alabama. Never.
I love
coming-
Messi in college. He didn't have a chance in Houston. There was a crowded room. There were a lot of factors went on. I thought that was a good move by Howie.
Well, I told you maybe last week, the week before, cuz I said just count the number of moves that Howie makes.
Yes, you did.
It will be no less than 8 moves. So here's Bennett, ran a 4.39 coming out of Maryland. Here's John Mechie coming out of Alabama. Like he's not sitting on his hands going, I've done it my job. You go coach him up, Nick. Like he's never going to stop working. It's who he is, and trying to improve the roster. If they don't think Ojulari or Uche or Jalen Hunt is ready, you watch. Like somebody's coming. Like just count the number of moves. Just keep track because it's not going to stop.
Well, to touch on that, Baldy, Jordan Schultz, he put out a tweet yesterday saying an AFC GM said, don't think the Eagles are done with trades. They have so many picks next year, the team's always going to be aggressive. So other GMs think some more trades are coming.
I mean, whether Jordan Schultz has that, on record or not, I don't know. It's like reporters are reporters, but you can just say that without talking to anybody. It's what they've always done. It's why they accumulate these picks. And if the time is right to go make the trade, they'll make the trade. I mean, you go back all the way. Well, I mean, he's got a pretty good history of doing things throughout the year.
All right. What's your schedule coming up, brother?
I'm just doing all this stuff right now, and I'm heading out to LA for the last week of preseason. So I'll be in the studio out there. We got 4 games on Saturday. It'll be a preseason marathon. We got 4 games to analyze Saturday right into the studio. So be that for the last week, and then come back and start getting ready.
Let's go. Are you? Did you get your schedule yet for regular season?
Yeah, I've got the Eagles game on Thursday night to kick off the season. I'm doing Washington and the Giants. On Sunday, I'm doing the Eagles at Kansas City. I'm doing the Rams at the Eagles. So I'll see the Eagles.
A lot of birds.
I'll see the Birds 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, it's all sweet. Let's go. All right, go ahead, do your hit with San Fran. You're the man.
Okay,
brother.
buddy.
Talk to you Friday.
I'll see you guys.
There he is. Baldy's big hits brought to us by Ford. Yes. The F-150. That's a Baldy type of truck.
Oh, yeah. It's loaded with features.
Yes. Makes you feel good. Don't you feel good about it?
Yeah. That guy you're talking to. Yeah. He's just poking at you.
Yeah, I it's one of those deals where, stir. Because the Eagles, what's amazing with the Eagles is that they're such a national story. Like everybody wants to tweet something, write something, get something out there on the Eagles because the Eagles mean clicks.
Yes. The fans eat it up. They respond, but there's nothing. People are trying to create drama.
It's funny. I think he was picking my brain, almost testing me. So I'm curious. I kept checking Twitter this morning to see if he put something out.
Nothing Eagles.
No, I don't see anything. I don't see it. All right, let's take care of some of our business. Yeah, let's talk about the Ford F-150. Baldy Tough. The legendary Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 straight years. The F-150 blends work-ready toughness with modern-day tech and luxury VG, offering 6 powertrain options, including a hybrid and a fully electric Lightning model. The 3.5L Power Boost Hybrid V6 delivers 430 HP and amazing towing capacity. Best-in-class towing up to 14,000 pounds. depending on configuration.
That's a lot of weight.
All right? How about that? They got all kinds of stuff. Military-grade aluminum alloy body. Tough, lightweight, corrosion resistant. That's amazing. They have an advanced Sync 4 system with cloud-based voice recognition, over-the-air updates. Interior work surface folds out to become a desk inside your truck.
That's cool.
Smart
That's
and
cool.
convenient. Are you kidding me? They get max recline seats offer nearly 180 degrees of recline. Great for a nap during a break. Like you want to take a break?
Yes.
All right, you go. This is amazing stuff. They got a camera system, 360-degree camera system, helps with trailing, parking, off-roading. Here's how you can select the drive mode. You ready? Mud, sand, snow, tow haul, eco, you name it. I mean, that's crazy.
Me to saying, drive a truck on the beach.
Yeah, man. The Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving system is available. It's amazing. Here's your cab options. Regular, super cab, super crew. Plus you got bed lengths to fit all your needs. For all information, visit a local Ford dealership, the Ford F-150.
That's a truck.
It is a truck, man.
Yeah.
It actually makes me want to go get a Ford F-150.
I know all those features.
I was like, damn, that thing's amazing. I see them too. I'm like, and they move.
Yes.
They're
I
intimidating.
mean, they saw a lot of them.
Yeah.
Number one car in the world, I think.
Yeah, you're right on. All right. Let's talk a little bit about Parks Casino. Street Road Bet Sale. Don't forget, tonight, Parks Casino, with every home Phillies game, they do the special. Dollar dogs, $3 Miller Lite in the sports book.
Can't beat it. $20. 3 beers, 3 dogs, tip. You're in and out.
Watch the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Every 3 innings. Grab a beer, grab a dog.
The dollar dog thing is strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely strong. All right. Look, we always tell you about what's happening, right, at Parks Casino. Oh, let's do it. Here's what's going on at the Excite Center, which is a state-of-the-art venue. Great stuff.
Great
man.
sound system.
Great for concerts, comedy. They had a big MMA fight, watch party.
Yeah.
They had the big watch party last weekend.
Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, Eddie was there. Great stuff. Here you go. Just announced Friday, December 19th, Aaron Lewis from Stained.
It's been a while since I could hold my head up high.
Been a while.
Been a while since I first saw you.
All right, UB40, September 6th.
Red, red wine.
VG comes walking in today playing some song. You hear this song?
I'm trying to switch up the
Never heard that
UB40 a
song.
little bit.
He's going with a new UB40 song.
That threw me for a
I
loop.
was impressed that you were doing your homework like
I'm
that.
trying, man.
September 20th, Australian Pink Floyd.
So you think you could tell heaven from hell?
Friday, September 26th, The Revivalists.
Wish I knew you
When I was young, could have got so high.
Where's Joe? He's sleeping?
Yeah.
I don't even hear him. Everclear. I'm sorry, the Psychedelic Furs with guest Gary Newman.
Here in my car, I feel safe of all. I can lock all the doors. It's the only way to live in cars.
Everclear, October 24th.
I am still living with your
ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast.
October 25th, a tribute to Queen, Almost Queen.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
All right.
No escape from reality.
November 15th, Bill Murray and his blood brothers.
That Bill Murray?
That Bill Murray, yes.
Man.
Tickets at parkscasino.com. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. There you go. All right. Lots to get to before we get to VG's Nugs, which I want to dive into a little bit. I got a question for you.
Oh, boy.
Violation.
Oh, boy.
All right. So I go to practice. We had football practice last night. So Tam says to me, I'm going to make lasagna. Want lasagna for dinner?
Okay.
I said, yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
You know, it sounds good. We come home from practice.
Big hearty plate of lasagna.
Walk in. I smell something great.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, smells good. Right. So I don't see her. She's not downstairs. I'm just I figured it's cooking in the oven.
Yeah.
I didn't look. I went inside and walked in. It was like 5 after 8. Put on the Phillies game. Right. I'm sitting watching Phillies, a little football, going back and forth. I'm like, I'm kind of getting hungry. I wonder if this thing's ready. Right.
Right.
So I finally decide to walk into the kitchen and I look into the oven and there's nothing in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realize that there's a pot on the stove. And she had made a rigatoni bolognese, not the lasagna.
Oh, man.
So, but wait, I look in the pot and there's like 4 rigatonis left.
What? The dog eat it?
Oh, well, the animals ate it.
Yeah.
Right? I go, what? What's up? I go upstairs. I go, yo, babe, like, what's happening here? There's like 4 rigatonis left. Oh, really? Well, I had some. And Anthony ate a lot, and Massimo.
Wait, you saw the boys ate though when you came
No,
home?
I didn't even notice them. I was in the living room. I was watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that I think Anthony ate earlier, and Massimo must have went and got a plate while I was.
Man, they left you nothing?
And I got nothing.
They left
Like
you
there was
scraps.
scraps of meat and like 4 rigatonis.
Oh man, that's a violation.
First of all,
And it was like, it smelled good. I was like, first of all, I wanted the lasagna.
yeah, you can't tease a lasagna and go rigatoni. Like you gotta at least text you a heads up. Hey, I went rigatoni because lasagna. I get excited for a good lasagna.
Exactly. So I went, you had the lasagna. She goes, I forgot the ricotta. And I was like, all right, like I got nothing.
What are you, 40 miles from a store?
I mean, right? And then they're not even saying anything like I made this.
Called an audible
And
here.
then you didn't even make enough.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a violation.
The second violation is on Moss. I mean, she's like, all right, I made it. And Moss comes and takes it all and leaves you 4 rigatonis. I mean, Moss got to look out for Pops a little bit.
Yeah, although it was probably Anthony who ate the most.
So you think there's a chance
that Anthony
ate a ton, and then Tam could have been like, we need to put up some more. We need to make some more because Anthony left.
No,
nothing.
I think she got a little. She probably made herself a plate.
Yeah.
Anthony made a big plate. Probably went back for another plate. And then Massimo had his thing.
Yeah.
And so I come in, I look at, there's nothing worse, right? I lift the lid of the pot.
Yeah.
And there's literally, I counted 4 rigatonis.
Any bread? You got a good bread you could fill up on?
Nothing.
Oh man.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's not good. You got to treat Pops better than that.
I mean, that's
you might
like-
have to. You might have to upgrade to like those industrial size pots.
What, to a new family upgrade?
Yeah, you might have
industrial size pots. You make enough for like 6 people.
I was just like, yo, dude. First of all, that the big one eats everything.
Right.
You got to go sometimes more than a pound. I mean, you got Massimo. I mean, I don't
Big
know.
Farts is saying, don't buy that kid the bat. He don't deserve the bat after that.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fartsy. I mean, I get nothing. Like, literally nothing.
So what did you do?
You
had 4 rigatonis, and then what?
I didn't even eat the 4 rigatonis because
out of spite.
Well, yes, and if I ate the rigatonis, it would have been bad because I would have wanted more.
More, yeah.
So instead of opening up that can,
Yeah,
I left it be.
So there's no sauce. You could have just threw some pasta on and mixed it in. What you eat?
I mean, it was I had a bag of Doritos.
What?
Yeah,
original flavor.
Yeah, it was like I went looking and
like a giant bag or a little snack bag.
No, it's snack bags.
Yeah, man, that's not a good dinner. I don't know. On the food pyramid, Doritos is not a healthy dinner.
No, it was terrible. In fact, I had the Doritos, and then I was still hungry, obviously.
Yeah.
So then I cut a piece of, I had a hunk of fresh mozzarella. So I
All right, now we're talking. Yeah.
And what else? That was
But
probably
so you woke up this morning, the rigatoni's still on the pot?
before. I didn't see it. I think so. I don't see where to go. I didn't touch the pot. I wasn't going to clean the pot. I'm out.
I'm not going to clean the pot. I didn't eat any. I'm not cleaning it.
I'm out. Not that I would anyway. I'm sure she cleans it anyway. But I mean, I just thought it was a violation for Dad. Just so we're clear, the father is always the last
to
of
eat
everything. Like back in the day, it was like the father was king.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
And now it's not.
When I first met early on, when I met the Pegas, her grandma was living with them. And when the dad was coming home, like half hour, the grandma would be like, "Let's go. We got to straighten up the house, make it look nice in here. He's coming home from work." Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's like the days of the 50s.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, your father's coming home.
Yeah.
Straighten up,
get the food set.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I rank below the Goots in my house.
The Goots had 5 rigatoni.
It's my wife, it's the boys, Goots, and then me. I mean, Goots guy's his own, farmer dog.
Man, I would order something in. I would have DoorDash.
I thought about it, but then I was like, well, maybe I should, take it as
eat Doritos.
Take it as a sign. Well, it was a weakness. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to have it, but they were standing there.
You can't resist the Doritos. I cannot.
I saw the bag. I was like,
yeah, you got to.
I shouldn't have, but I was like,
no, nobody should eat Doritos, but you just have to. You can't resist them. Something about them.
I know.
I see them at a party. It's the first ball I go to.
I know. But I like the hot.
You put them in a little dip at all or anything?
I like the spicy Dorito.
Yeah,
I'm the spicy nacho or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big.
No dip.
And by the way, I made some salmon last night and threw on we had the Hobbs sauce people in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Hobbs sauce on the salmon last night. It was fantastic.
So that sprinkle that they brought in, whatever that was,
that's got
I brought that to my parents' house and we use it on every meal.
Yeah.
Every meal.
Delicious,
we love it. We absolutely love
I
Hobbs.
did too. I thought it was tasty.
So good.
Yeah. I loved it last night.
I'm putting it on pizza. I'm putting it on everything.
Yeah, the sprinkle was good on pizza.
Yeah, the sprinkle's real good.
Yeah, we had some great moments today. Jimmy Steaks, I'm not a ubiquitous guy. I had to look it up. My North Catholic education is not great in English. So for those like me, ubiquitous means present, appearing or found everywhere. Yeah, it was new to me. I've never used a ubiquitous in my life.
You've never heard that word?
Have you ever used it?
I've never used it, but I've heard the word.
I've heard the word, but did you know what it meant?
Yeah.
I know you did. You're an English guy.
Well, I can figure out the context of the word when it's used.
Yeah, but you didn't know. If I asked you to define it, you would not be able to.
It's not in my daily vocabulary.
Well, you know what? I did.
Have you ever written ubiquitous in an article, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure. It was kind of fun talking. Jimmy and I went down the rails.
Yeah.
The newspaper rails.
Yeah. Well, you guys were on the newspaper rail. The chat was on the herbal rail, surmising what was up with Jimmy today.
No, he was definitely.
As soon as he popped on, his eyes looked a little.
Yeah, no, the chat was right. Like, he was gummied up.
Yeah, he was gummied.
He was too, and then he gives this impassioned Aaron Nola.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to say, I felt bad. I was like, I think the guy's cooked, but
no,
whatever.
Dude. He really brought it home. He brought it home.
I didn't want to, until he goes, then he hits me with the country thing. I thought you were cool. Like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you don't cut your grass.
Yeah.
And then we have Baldy. This is a great quote. Success always lies in the infinitesimal details.
Yes.
That's a great quote.
It is. He picked out a ball for coach.
You think?
That's
not a Baldy original?
No. Baldy is incredible at regurgitating football speak.
Okay.
And put a little twist on it. His analogies are usually good. Like, he'll come out.
Yeah.
He's usually heard a coach say that, and then he brings it to the air. He loves that. He loves doing that. Yeah. He's the best. All right.
You want to do some nugs?
Do I want to do some nugs? Yeah, I want to do some nugs.
We got some important things to talk about. I think. Feels important.
All right. What do we got?
You got the nug intro?
Are we going to the Nugs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was
I didn't
know that was the signal. Here we go.
Beaches Nugs, Nugs. It's the stop for Beaches Nugs, Beaches Nugs, Nugs.
I do love that. I have to tell you, I love the Nugs.
The
dude.
Nugs,
The
yeah.
little Nug dudes.
I think the Pagan's like, I'm gonna order you a shirt with your little Nug dude on it.
Yeah, you
like get a
should.
Nug shirt.
We should sell the VG Nugs shirts.
Yeah, the Nug
And
shirt.
it was an herb guy.
No, it's a hop.
Oh,
It looks like.
yeah.
He's could be both.
I mean, if you searched hop,
definitely
Nug,
looks-
Who would know that that's a hop?
Yeah,
Well,
with you, that looks like an
know.
herb.
Did you
know,
know that's a hop?
When I first saw it, I thought herb.
Yeah,
we're on some family outlets. I got to make sure it's a hop.
Okay, I got you.
But yeah, it looks like
the hop.
looks like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Rob Manfred,
What's the other nug? It was a chicken nug?
a gold nugget for
A
gold
gold
nugget
nugget.
jewelers.
Brought us by Gold Nugget Jewelers.
Yeah.
Where Philly gets engaged. That's right.
Rob Manfred making some headways the other night on the Little League, talking about the future of Major League Baseball.
Right. I've been on the expansion thing for, when it comes to leagues and teams and franchises and everything, I love it. So Jim Bowden, he did his realignment.
Oh, good, because I got one too. We'll see if they're the same.
Let me read you with Jim Bowden, because I like it. You ready?
Yeah.
In the East, he goes Phillies, Red Sox, Mets, Yankees.
I love this division.
Oh, I think that would be awesome.
That's the same on the one I got too.
That's
That's a winner.
The NL North, or whatever it would be, the North. And this is Reds, Guardians, Tigers, Blue Jays. Excellent.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's great.
All right.
Then he has the Mid-Atlantic division. This is Baltimore, Charlotte, which is an expansion team, the Pirates, and the Nationals.
Mm-hmm. Pretty close what I got.
All right. And then he's got the Southeast division. That is the Braves, Marlins, Nashville, and the Rays.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the National League.
I'm pretty good with it.
All right. Now, the American League, he's got the Cubs, White Sox, Brewers, and Twins. This is great. Milwaukee, the White Sox, Cubs, like you're right there, and the Twins, I love it. Then he's got, should have the Astros in there. The only thing I don't like, should have the Cardinals instead of the Twins. But he's got the Astros, Royals, Cardinals, and Rangers.
Okay. Yep.
I get it. Cardinals, Royals,
Yeah.
Then you have the Rockies, A's, Mariners, and Giants. That's the Pacific Coast Division.
Yeah. I have issues with the Rockies being on the coast, being a coast division.
And then his West Division is Arizona, Angels, Dodgers, Padres.
All right. So this one I got, they divided Eastern Conference, West Conference, and you play for a trophy in each one. They just made up names like a DiMaggio trophy or a Koufax trophy. East is the same, which is a killer no-brainer. Phillies, Mets, Red Sox, Yankees. Then he's got the Atlantic Conference, Blue Jays, Orioles, Nationals, Pirates. He goes Central, Detroit, Cleveland, Minnesota, Cincy. And then the Southeast would be Marlins, Braves, Tampa, or Nashville or Charlotte.
Right.
I like this side's Pacific, the West Coast Pacific. I like Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Angels. I think the Dodgers and Padres.
Dodgers, Angels,
Yeah.
Padres,
Giants for your Pacific.
I agree. I think that yeah.
And then Southwest would be Arizona, Houston,
Colorado.
Texas, Kansas City. Southwest, Arizona, Houston, Texas, Kansas City.
I would put the Rockies with them, and I would put St.
Well,
Louis.
they go a Northwest with Seattle, Rockies, Vegas, and probably Salt Lake City.
Vegas,
probably
you're
Salt
right.
Lake City.
There's a lot of Salt Lake love.
When I was in Salt Lake, they were so confident. They're like, it's us in Nashville. We're going to be the two next teams. They're convinced it's Salt Lake City and Nashville.
Yeah, I guess Charlotte's in there.
They got a lot of money up there in Salt Lake City.
They do have a lot of money, and I'll be honest with you, I'd like to see it because it's a high altitude place.
Yeah.
So it's more home runs.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting.
The park's going to be beautiful with the mountains behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they go Midwest. Cubs, White Sox, Cardinals, Brewers, which that's a good
That's a great division.
Yeah.
That's a great division.
Yeah. But there's a theory, like the Rockies stink so bad. Do we really have the talent for two more teams?
The problem is, again, it's not that the Rockies are bad. It's that there's no floor for these owners to spend. Like, the problem is,
so it's not a lack of
you
talent.
You need a salary cap.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have a cap. You can't expand and not have a cap. Like, you got to have a cap. I know Bryce, freaks out and everything. I get it. But, dude, it's for the health of the game.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hard cap. It's going to be like an NBA cap, probably. They already got aprons now. I don't understand the aprons, but they already have them.
But here's the problem, though, right? And all kidding aside, the NFL has a hard cap, and it works.
Yeah, it works.
Like, why wouldn't you have an NFL cap?
Well, you know why? Because of the players.
Yeah, but,
This is a very strong union.
We add 2 teams, that's more jobs.
It is more jobs, but you're capping off how much they can make. I mean, how much there is to go around. And
I mean, you already got.
They're the only union. Well, NBA is pretty much the same, where they can take a year off. Like, their bodies, like football, you lose a year. Your window's only 3 for your career.
You're done.
Baseball, they can hunker in. They're already putting a kitty aside, waiting for this.
Oh, I know. Like, I covered baseball during the last big strike when the World Series got canceled. I never thought that would happen.
Oh.
The World Series was played through world wars.
Right. And it took them forever. They're finally, I feel like, ratings are going up again. They got the game in a good space. They got good young players. No, it'll be a disaster for them right now.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
I like that realignment, though.
Yeah, I'm down with the realignment, especially with the playoffs.
Yeah, I am too. By the way, Shefty just tweeted out, Colts named Daniel Jones their starting quarterback.
Oh.
Shane Steichen goes Daniel Jones. That's how bad Anthony Richardson is.
This Steichen's last year. There's no way they.
You know what's nuts is Steichen. I know Steichen's a better coach than Gannon,
right?
But he's not going to last.
No, this is it. I don't know if we get through the season. They're bad. I mean, I assume they're going to be bad. I have no optimism of they're going to be a half decent team. The Colts.
No, not at all.
There's some Tommy Pham last night. Pirates and Blue Jays. There was a pitch called a ball. I guess the catcher of the Blue Jays gave a little lip service to the ump, and then the next pitch was a ball, and Tommy Pham bat flipped his walk right in front of the
See, now watch Pham kind of point out there. Watching.
That's the one that the catcher's upset about. This is a Tyler Heineman behind the plate.
See? Because there's some talking going on that we're not aware of right there.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah, okay. Now here's the actual ball. The last one. Look at this.
A little bat flip there from Pham, and Heineman says something.
Then they have words. Bench is cleared.
This is so Tom.
He's such a. He's not a likable character, Tommy Pham.
He's the most hated guy in baseball.
He punched a teammate over fantasy football.
Yeah, he's looking to go. I'll tell you one thing though. He likes to throw down.
Yes. So afterwards, he tweets out, complaining, bitching about a ball not being called a strike to the umpire when it's clearly below and away. It's disrespectful, not only to the umpire, but the hitter as well. So like I said, when I flip the bat, bleep him. Dude has 2 years in the show. I know the zone.
Wow. Wow. I know the zone.
Yeah. And there's an audio where afterwards he says he trains to bleep people up. He's waiting for a play.
I kind of like him though. Yeah,
so I'll never.
Oh, you got this cleaned?
I'll be prepared to finish it. There's a reason why, I do all kinds of fighting in the off season because I'm prepared to somebody up. So
nice work, Frazier.
It is.
That dude needs an anger management class.
Oh my God.
It's baseball, bro. Relax.
That's great. That's great. Oh my God.
That seems all just so blown out of proportion.
Right?
He's been on
It's like ridiculous.
11 teams in 13 years.
Yeah, dude, it's
Like,
so
it's
many.
crazy. Tommy Pham.
Big night last night down in South Philly. Raw was in town. WWE Raw.
Really?
Which, if you've never been to Raw, they are an amazing, amazing event. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you have to have a good time. They're so much fun. Your boy was down. 2 of your dudes. Coop Big Dom.
Wow.
With the Lombardi Trophy on WWE Raw last night. So it's got the Dom, the art history Dom shirt on too, right there.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. I gotta let him say that's great. Heard you at Raw. Oh, that's great.
Dude, have you been tracking this Ketel Marte stuff? He had to apologize. They're doing damage control. Apparently, after the All-Star game, he did not go back with the team. He went home on vacation, and he showed up like a game late. Like,
our buddy Bob Nightingale.
Yeah, they suspended him a couple games without pay, but I guess, I don't know, it's blowing up right now, and they're trying to do damage control.
What's it? He just didn't show up?
Yeah, just took some time off. He said he'd get back for the first game, and I think he missed the first game. He may have missed 2 games. He just went on vacation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
After the All-Star game.
Go. I was on vacation.
And one more. I just want to bring... Oh, no. Let's do this. There's foodies out at a restaurant doing a food review.
Okay. Oh, I saw it.
Dude, they get hit by a car.
Yeah. That is... Oh, watch
On
this.
the right.
That is wild.
That's crazy.
That's a still picture. It's just too much.
Yeah, obviously.
Look at the guy's
Look at the video. Look at this video.
guy's face.
He's like, oh my God. That has to... You're going to talk about scaring the bejesus out of you.
Look at the lady in the back. Her mouth wide open.
What just happened?
Can I just say something? The word foodie is so cringe.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's the cringiest word.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie.
Wow, if you
I'm
say I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
It's so cringy.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I say one thing too, though? Cringy is cringy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
sure.
you're right with that.
Cringy. It's so cringy.
So cringe.
yeah, that is
You know
true.
what else I'm kind of out on? Sus, too.
Sus.
That's
Yeah,
Trigger,
that's
too. Like
that's
that's
sus.
Yeah,
another thing.
trigger, yeah.
Like stop.
You're sus.
Yeah. All right. Back in the day. Let's go quick. Back. In the day.
My back in the day.
With True Mark, we're going back.
Why am I? Where is it? Where are we? There we are. Hello.
I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back in the day with True Mark. Oh yeah!
All right, so we saw 2 bombs last night by Bryce. 440, both of them. First player to go 2 440s in the same game. Well, let's put this in perspective. Because in 2007, Ryan Howard hit a 505 home run.
He went 8 innings his last time out there, Ryan.
Oh.
Deep center field. There she goes.
Oh.
3-run home run.
Oh my God.
It's like an Ashburn Alley.
Onto Ashburn Alley. Ryan Howard with
Dead
a
center.
blast, and it's 3-0 Phillies. Wow.
Oh my. Who's that? Wheeler? Chris Wheeler?
Go ahead, talk about it. That's a monster.
I got to tell you, that ball...
Hard.
Chills down your back.
That's awesome.
Hey, he was the fastest player in history. 100 home runs in 325 games.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Have a great day. Great job, Andrew. Great job, Joey. We love you. See you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.